Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So are you confident you know how to select the screen and you know how to slew the screen, yeah? Yeah? No? Where'd you go?
Oh, I keep forgetting I'm bloody push to talk.
Oh,
yeah, I'm confident to do the setup.
cool.
But I'm just saying the server's not up as well.
The what?
The server's not up.
The game? Because I'm pretty sure it is up. Yep, it is up.
It's not going to be an update, is it?
Yep.
Needed.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, go and update.
I can't remember how big it was. Hopefully not too big. Yeah, so you're confident you can select the screen, you can slew the screen around. You understand the nose wheel steering, you can switch between snowplow and velocity vector.
Yeah, played with that. Got
Cool.
that. Managed to designate some targets.
Oh, nice. Point track or just general designate, just a ground designation?
I use point track and area track. Yeah.
Cool. You can just designate without going into either of those modes. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to show you another method to designate using the helmet mounted display. It's super easy. As well as how to actually use. We'll do laser guided to begin with. Because GPS guided are easier.
Right. Looks like we're up to 2.8438.947.
I don't know. Whatever the latest is. That'll be why you can't get on. Can you
now.
Have you taken your push to talk off as well?
No, I'll do that because that'll make life a bit easier.
It will.
Right, there we go.
Cool. It's going to be 2 sorties.
Okie doke. Right, I just need to quit and then go back through the multi-threading game and then should be on.
When you select a livery, you want the VX31CONA.
Request rearming.
Okay.
So it's high visibility.
Copy.
So laser guided bombs, you can only ever drop target of opportunity. There's no pre-planning them because they're laser guided. So they'll follow whatever laser they're following, whether that's your laser or a laser off another aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll go over buddy designation another day because that's a whole.
Start simple.
There's a whole another level. I mean, it's simple when you talk about it, but it's not so simple to do. But basically, you set your pod searching for someone else's laser code. It finds it. It will show you where it's shining. You then designate that spot to get the release queue. But then you can pull off, and they can do the designation. But that's not what we're going to do today anyway. You're going to self laser everything today.
Cool.
I'm starting up.
get that loaded in.
You done carrier launches?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, quite a few.
Cool.
Not in a while, but I think I still remember all that. Be good to do some more carry stuff, actually.
Yeah.
Roll left, roll left. Flight controls. Flight controls.
Request rearming.
Right.
Copy.
What do I want to carry? Do I want a centre fuel tank, or
Yeah,
is that
two-
going to be where the
I want
pod goes?
I want 3 fuel tanks. On your left cheek, it'll be the lightning pod.
On the left, what?
Cheek.
Where's that?
Left of the centre position.
Oh, 6 or 4. I can't. Oh yeah, pod.
You can only put it on one.
Okay, that's
It's
the
a
lightning one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Rearming complete.
three tanks, and then carry 2 GBU12s on each wing.
GBU12 500-pound laser guided. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 on each wing. You'll get double pylons. Eight and 2. Go to bombs, and you're looking for a BRU 33 with 2 times GBU12s.
Oh right, BRU 33.
So when you,
GBU12.
in case I've never told you, the BRUs, they're launch units.
Okay.
So if it just says the weapon, you're only carrying 1 on that station. If it's some kind of launch rack, you can carry 2, maybe more, of whatever weapon you're selecting.
Cool.
And then let me know when your engine's started, because we'll set up the weapon on the ground as much as we can. All of this can be done in the air, but there's no point in us trying to do it in the air if we don't have to. And then that's set.
And what was the livery you said? Was it VX31, did you say?
Yeah, CONA.
CONA. Yeah.
Attention all aircraft.
Okay, just loading
The
out.
enemy at the
Damn it.
Anapa Air Base is getting ready to airlift a large
Okay.
mechanized fighting force to the
We're
front
not
lines.
going to do that.
They are currently staging their force on the northern ramp next to a large transport aircraft and a few helicopters.
fine.
It looks like they are
we're
ready
gonna
to start
use.
loading them.
We're
This
gonna
is a
use.
very vulnerable position for them to be in, and we intend to take full advantage of this.
I know
Destroy
what
their
we'll
ground
use.
units and aircraft. Expect heavy AAA resistance.
At Krasnodar Pashkovsky, we're gonna use the runway numbers at that airport as targets. Then we don't have to go too far. Let me know when you started. I'm ready to set the weapon up.
Right. Got the flare on, that's just warming up.
Yeah. Cool. Just switch that to on, and you need your LTDR on.
LTDR.
To the right of the flare switch, you need that on arm.
Yeah. It won't let me at the moment because it's not operational, I guess.
Maybe. Okay, don't worry about it. Mine's on a permanent switch that holds it forward for me. That's fine. Right, so you're ready to set the weapon up, yeah?
Stand by. Still in the fireworks. That's control system sorted. Yeah, we're still aligning for heading, but yeah, we can set up.
Right, okay. Left screen, get your stores screen up.
Yeah.
So you should have 82 LG.
Yeah.
Click on that. That will highlight the first station, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Mode is going to be auto.
Okay.
E-fuse is going to be instant. It can be delayed one, but there's no point.
Okay.
And then code. If you click code and then look on your UFC and click the little circle next to the code and then type in 1688 and press enter.
1688 enter, yeah, got that. That's
You should-
flashed and gone out, yeah.
Yeah, you should now see on your stores page under that station you've got 1688.
The station. Yeah, 1688, got it.
Yeah, and on the other
side
one,
it's just 4 X's.
yeah, so step to the next station and then type in 1688 code again.
Oh, step. That box is that, and then just type in 168. Enter. Yeah, that's 1688 on both.
Cool, so what you've done there, you set the actual bombs to be looking for laser code 1688.
And that's your laser, is it?
Nope, that's your laser. I'm not lasering for you.
Is it always 1688 for my aircraft then?
1688 is the default laser code that you'll have set.
Okay.
Is your flare warmed up yet?
It is. So
Right.
I can.
Make it the active screen and put it
Yeah,
in
it's active.
put it in snowplow mode. Snowplow mode should give you the crosshair on the screen, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
And then if you double click your wheel steering, it'll slave it to the velocity vector. At the minute it won't do anything.
Okay.
Yes or no?
Nose wheel steer, double click, nothing happens.
Okay, have you got the screen selected?
Oh, stand by. That's move it over. Oh, there we go.
So you should be able to switch from rectical,
Yeah,
which is
double click.
snowplow mode, to VVS LV, which is velocity vector slave.
Yeah, rectical and yeah, there, the other one. Yeah, got it. I can
Cool.
switch by double tapping.
Have you got a cage uncage button?
I think I do. Hang on. Let me just double check. Search. Cage.
Actually, don't worry about it for now because we're not going to use it.
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay. Have you got a? So I don't know if you've got a field of view button set. I know you've learnt all this, but I'm just going to go over it. So I'm happy that you know.
Shall I just check to see what that? Can I just check to see what the cage button is? It's button
Don't worry
5.
about it. You don't need it.
No, don't need it. Okay.
No.
Just need to put my data in on and all that stuff.
Cool. You back on the screen, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So if you select, so have you got it on your right hand screen, yeah?
Yeah, right. I left it. Yeah.
So sensor select. So at the minute it's in OPR mode, just operational mode. If you slew it around and then press your TDC, you can just designate a target. It's effectively a ground stabilized designation.
Yeah, I can slew it, and then I've got another button that actually blocks.
Yep, cool. If you now set that to, if you now sensor select right again, it'll go to area track.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's the one with the really big crosshair, isn't it?
Yeah. Does yours still let you slew it around?
No.
So mine doesn't either, and I don't really know why.
On the video in one of the modes, he said on one of them you get like a hash line either side of the diamond, and if it's a hash line either side of the diamond, you can slew. If it's a solid line either side of the diamond, that means you're fixed in place.
Cool. Switch to point track.
Point track, that's just the double vertical line, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's point track. Okay, cool. We know how to get through the modes. Undesignate your target by pressing nose wheel steering.
Yeah.
Right, have you got a field of view switch set?
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay, so what the field of view switch will... Okay, so you don't need to do it, but the field of view switch, long press, changes you from CCD, which is TV, to FLIR sensor.
Okay.
And a short press of the switch switches between wide and narrow view. You can do all this with the buttons anyway on the actual panel. I've just got stuff set, and then obviously you know you've got zoom levels 1 to 9 as well as going, so you can zoom 9 times in and go narrow, and that's as far as you'll be able to zoom in, sort of thing.
Right. Okay.
Happy with that?
I don't think I've got buttons for that.
Okay, you don't need buttons for it, but just be aware that the zoom buttons are the top left and the third left. So top left is zoom in, top right, third left is zoom out. To switch from CCD to FLIR, it's the bottom left. Try it,
Yeah, it's in
and
CCD at the moment.
you'll see the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts in CCD, and just do a field of view narrow, field of view wide. It's the top left button.
Narrow, wide, got it.
Cool. Right, at the on the bottom line, second from the right bottom line, do you see it says LST?
Yeah.
If you click that, it will go into laser spot track. We're not going to use that, but it's useful to know that's where that is.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And then the only other button you're going to want is on the right hand side, second one up, UFC.
Yeah.
At the minute, you'd only be able to do laser spot track, which basically you can change the laser spot track and the laser track designate codes. That's where you change. So you're changing the pod's codes there. So the weapons are set as you did before. Now what you can do with the pod, you can set that to different codes to deconflict with people, but you need to make sure your weapons, if you're firing on your own laser, you need to make sure your weapons match your pod's laser code.
Okay.
We might have to set that in the air, but you'll see next to those buttons anyway. They're both default at 1688.
Yeah.
So the one on the bottom is indicating that your laser spot track. If you were searching for someone else's laser, you're searching for laser code 1688. And the one on the right is indicating that your laser will transmit 1688.
Okay.
Cool. I think we're happy.
Start
So what
with the basics.
So what we're going to do, get airborne. I'm going to show you how to helmet mounted HUD designate a target. I'll just show you how to get into that. So turn your helmet mounted HUD right up.
Okay. Yeah.
And then what I want you to do is press sensor select switch up.
Sensor select switch. Up. Yeah.
Now, in your HUD, you should have a dot in the middle of your velocity vector.
Yeah, I do.
So that's instead of the diamond, you get that dot. So that's indicating that your current selected sensor is now your HUD, which is also your helmet HUD. If you look off to if you put yourself in air to ground mode,
yeah,
and with your HUD, with your helmet mounted, look off to one side for me. It'll be flashing at the minute.
A flashing X, yeah.
Yeah, ignore that. That's because we're on the ground. In the middle, do you see you've got like the aiming circle?
Yeah, you do, yeah.
So you're currently using your HUD to designate. So if you look at the target and point at it with that dot and then target designate, do that off to one side, you'll see you'll designate wherever you're looking.
Yeah, I see that. It leaves a marker on it.
Yeah, and that is a real quick way. Is if you can visually see your target rather than spending ages slewing your T-pod onto
the
it.
Aircraft, or
you can look at it, designate it, and then slew. There's obviously other ways because you can designate a waypoint that's near the target as well, and then slew onto it and stuff like that. Press your nose wheel steering to undesignate.
That undesignates, yeah.
Cool, and then just turn your helmet mounted HUD off. Come out of air to ground mode.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we're gonna use that to get a quick, because I don't want to spend ages slewing the pod. So for now, you will need to get used to slewing the pod, because when you come up on a target that's not on a waypoint or anything, and you want to get it far enough out, you'll have to just get
too close that you're looking at it with the helmet. Yeah.
You'll have to get used to the whole how to slew and stuff. But for now, we'll use the helmet mounted HUD to get the initial designation. And then I'll talk you through a launch. We'll do a designation first. So I'll formate on you so you can concentrate on your flying.
Okay.
So depart. If we depart, what we're gonna be departing sort of west. Do a left turn all the way back round. So you're flying up the lake, and we're heading for the other airport that's nearest. You see it?
No, not at the moment.
All right. Do you want to go in your map? I mean, look in your map, so you can see it. Krasnodar, Pashkovsky.
Okay, so take off, head west, you say?
Nope. Take off. Do a 180-degree turn back towards the lake.
All right. Yeah, I see the Krasnodar. Yeah.
Right. That's where we're gonna use that as a targeting area.
Okay.
Cool. Initially. Yeah, just take off and fly towards there, climbing. Let's climb to like 20,000 feet if we can. So laser guided bombs, they only track a laser. They've got no internal guidance. So they're effectively dumb bombs with a seeker head on it that will steer down a laser. So if you drop them too early so they don't have the energy, or can't see the laser, too late so they miss the laser because they've overflown it, then they won't hit. If your laser stops shining, or if your laser becomes masked because you've done a stupid turn after the drop, they'll lose track. Okay. I'll show you. I'm going to show you manual lasing first, and then I'll show you auto lasing. Auto lasing by default. But ready when you are.
Okay. Okay. 95.
Yeah, ready.
And brakes off.
rolling.
Oh shit. Sorry, that's my bad.
It's alright.
Looking down for the key. Rotating. 1 sec. Let's get
Airborne.
right.
Cool, come off the burner, we don't need it. I wanted the left turn, but that's fine. Either way, back to that airport. While we're on our way, just turn your helmet mounted display up, get in air to ground mode. Don't bother selecting a weapon yet, it's fine. And get your flare up on the right screen. And just put it in snowplow mode for now. Got the airport on the nose.
Yeah, you can see it over there.
Cool. So, air to ground mode, yeah?
Air to ground. Yeah. And we want the pod like that.
Pod on the right screen, put it in snowplow mode, so just in rectical mode.
Yeah.
Helmet mounted HUD on, and HUD selected as sensor of interest, yeah?
Yeah, got that.
Cool. Just look at the airport, designate it somewhere on the airport for now.
Okay. Just gonna wait till we get a bit closer. I'm gonna pick something
There you go.
up.
Oh, just put a designated fix there. As soon as you've done that, turn your helmet mounted HUD off and make sure your pod is now your sensor of selected sensor.
Which is by pressing right on
Sensor select right, yeah. And then we're actually going to fly a little way away, so you get a chance at using the zoom levels and stuff.
the. Okay, I've done.
You've got somewhere designated, yeah?
Yeah, I designated just a random point in the airfield.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna get you to slew it anyway onto one of the runway numbers. But don't do that yet. We'll do that in a minute. So your pod is on your left cheek. So if you're gonna orbit to the left, so that. Do you want to climb as well? We want to get to 20,000 feet. Orbit to the left so that your pod doesn't lose visual when well, it's fine now, but after you've
Yeah.
released.
So at the moment, obviously, it's lost because.
Yeah, it's lost because it can't see that angle. What's your speed?
430.
Level out heading 060. And you'll see now you've got have you got L arm? Oh no, you might not yet. So once you're leveled out, switch on your LTDR.
Okay, that's set to arm.
Is that actually working now, yeah?
Yeah, it's let me throw the switch forward now. Yeah.
Cool. On your UFC, has it come up?
There's L arm.
Yeah. Oh no, on your UFC, your up front controller, not your HUD. Keypad.
Yeah.
Does it say anything?
ATTH, H select, B out, R out.
Huh?
That's all it says.
Where?
ATTH. Yeah, on the to the right of the digits, to the right of the number pad.
Yeah.
It says ATTH, H select, B out, and R out.
Okay, that's not. What did you click? Did you click something?
No, I just threw the LTDR switch into arm.
Okay, because that's the autopilot control, so that's irrelevant. So now on the T-pod screen, second one up on the right, click UFC. You'll now see you've got LTDC and LSTC.
Yeah.
So LTDC is your laser code. LSTC is the laser code if you were looking for someone else's. So we'll just make sure, click LTDC, and it's already 1688, so you can just leave that to disappear.
Yeah, that's right.
So we know the laser code for the bomb is the same as the laser code for the
So when you
for the
designate a
T-pod.
target, is that essentially what you're doing? Is you're giving it the laser track?
No. You have to fire the laser.
Oh, okay.
So there's two ways of firing it: manually, which we're going to do first, and automatically. So to manually fire it, you see your top right on the laser pod. It says trig.
Yeah.
If you box trig, that means to fire the laser, you have to hold trig. You have to hold your trigger to fire the laser.
Okay.
So we're going to manually fire it. Right. If you start to turn back to the target, select the bombs, select master arm to on.
Yeah, it says ready.
Yep. Cool.
And in the HUD it says it's flashing. Oh, now it's just saying flare and auto.
Okay, it says flare and auto, that's fine. So, I want you to slew onto one of the runway numbers using your pod once you're leveled out. Once you're nice and stable, you might have to zoom in, you might have to alter your field of view. But from here, even from 25 miles, you should be able to zoom in enough. And you might want to change it to flare because you'll be able to see better on the camera at distance.
Okay.
Let me know which numbers you're going for.
Okay. Trying to work out where it's back.
You struggling?
Just trying to get my bearings. Is that the lake?
Well, you should already have a target, so it shouldn't have too much issue. Because you designated already. Unless you've pressed undesignate, it should still be pointing there.
Yeah, don't worry. I think I've got it now.
Cool. So make sure you've got a designate spot, like an actual diamond.
Fucking aircraft is wandering off while I'm trying to bloody. Okay. Okay, I've got a target on the end of the runway.
Okay, and you've got a diamond on it, yeah?
Diamond on it, yeah.
So I don't really use point or area designate. I just use this. I just use the OPR screen. Cool. So if
Okay.
you've got a designated point in your HUD, does it now say auto?
Yeah, it says auto.
Right. Cool. So if you should have a vertical line as well.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do a left orbit again. It's coming on target straight. Do a left orbit until you're facing the target, and then that auto cue. You'll get a countdown to release. At 5 seconds to release, you're going to press and hold your weapon release button until the weapon is gone. Once it's released, you're going to hold your trigger and keep your pod able to shine on your target until it hits the target. You should get a time to impact indication.
Okay.
So what you're going to do?
Sorry, I was concentrating on something quickly. I think I've actually selected. I don't know if I've selected the right target. It's saying the target's at 5 miles.
Yep.
TGT, is that right?
Yep, that's probably right.
So
It's
if-
on your right. You've just flown so far,
Yeah.
it's probably there. Hang on. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be that airport. Do a left or
Yeah.
do a left all the way back around to the target. Because at the minute you're going to be high enough that you're in range to the target. I want to be outside of range to the target. So head 150
Okay.
until you're about 20 miles from target. I want to have time to show you all the cues that are going to come up. Because normally you wouldn't be hitting a target that you've just taken off next to.
No. Okay, 150.
Cool. And then once we hit about 15 miles, start a turn back directly straight at the target. So that LDTR is that's arming your laser, so you'll be able to fire your laser. Without that, there'll be no laser going off, regardless of how you drop. Which
That'd
means
be my actual trigger on my index finger.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
trigger.
yeah. That's only because we've boxed trigger.
Yeah.
We'll do 2 like this, and then I'll show you the 2 that do it automatically, and basically they shine the laser 10 seconds before it impacts.
Right, okay.
Because you don't actually need to shine the laser all the way down, it's just the terminal part, because it's effectively a free fall bomb until a certain point where it tracks the laser. Cool, start a turn in now. Keep your speed up. Don't bother with afterburner, just keep full dry. Just so you're not too slow. You're going to come all the way around until you're directly at the target, and you'll know that because the vertical line will be in line with your VV. As well as the diamond on your heading tape.
I can see that coming around, yeah.
Yeah. So this is an auto release. The bomb won't release until it's actually the computer knows that it's in range for a hit. Right, you should now have. Right, cool.
Right.
Do you see on the right hand side of your HUD you've now got a number and then REL?
Yeah, REL.
That's how long to the release. So now you're going to wait. Just double check on your flare that you've still got the target you wanted to designated. Mine's correct. I'm not going to fire mine because it will confuse things. So is that counting down now? That's seconds to release.
Yeah, 40 counting down.
Cool. So at 5 seconds, push. Have you got master arm armed?
Yes.
Okay. At 5 seconds, push and hold your weapons release button until it releases.
So we're not lasing.
Nope.
Okay. So just push and hold, yeah.
Push and hold. You're heading straight for your target, yeah?
Yeah, we're slightly off. So 5 seconds, yeah.
Yep. At 5 seconds,
Right,
you want to be
10
as
now.
okay. You want to be as dead on as possible.
I'm dead on.
Okay,
and there's
cool.
5 going. Pretty sure that's one gone.
Yep. Nope. You haven't got anything in the air.
No. Bollocks. I pressed and held it.
You
And
sure you
that's
must?
not the trigger? That's
Yeah, your
yeah.
weapons release, not the trigger.
yeah.
You
that's
sure
it.
you in air to ground mode and your master arms on, yeah?
Correct.
And the weapons selected.
It's boxed at the top.
And it says ready.
And, yeah, and I've also got on the stores on the right wing. I've got it boxed around the right hand one. So the one out on the right wing. But yeah, I can see there's still 2 there.
Okay. Let's go out and try again then. There's no
Yeah, so
reason.
it's stowns.
You definitely
okay.
push and hold in your weapon release button, yeah?
I pushed and held it. Yeah. I'll try again. Maybe I did push and hold
Until it
enough.
releases though. It'll be after
okay.
0.
Okay.
Let me guess, you push and held it for 5 seconds and probably released it just before 0.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah, you need to just hold it until it goes.
Right.
It will release at 0. The computer releases the bomb for you. All you're doing is effectively giving the computer authorization to release.
Yeah.
So go out to 15 miles again. This is why I put 3 tanks on.
Yeah.
Thing is, if I get it right, if you get it right a couple of times, it's all quite simple from there on. Because the next lot of bombs you don't need to laze, and they can be fired a lot further out because of that.
Okay.
Because they're GPS guided. So you designate all the same in target opportunity mode, and then you just release them, and then you can turn off target. You can actually release all 8 in one run because you can designate, release, designate another target, release, and so on.
And when I release, will the pod track the
No.
bomb?
No, that's not. No, the pod is looking at your target. That's all it's going to look
That's
at.
purely, it's just to designate. Turn
Yeah.
left, turn left.
Yeah. Don't move your pod. If you start
No.
moving your pod when your laser's shining, you'll actually tell the bomb to move its track. It will follow. It will track a laser wherever you're pointing the laser. So it's a physical laser. Like
Yeah.
when I say laser, it's not like a computer number. It's firing a laser, an infrared beam that the bomb seeker's looking for. Right. This time round, you're going to do that again.
Yeah. push and hold until
Push
zero,
and hold
or until
until-
basically until it
No,
releases.
not 0. Forget 0. Push and hold till it's released, or else you'll accidentally release every time. You let go your button at 0 every time, and it won't release. Because it's 0, then it takes a couple of seconds to process that release.
Okay, we're bang on. Now with the vertical line looking straight down
Cool.
the middle.
Cool.
Now we've got 55 to release.
Cool. Obviously, the faster and higher you are, the further away you can release, but your laser's only got a range of 10 miles. I'll be honest, laser-guided bombs are second-rate to GPS-guided bombs. I prefer GPS-guided bombs for that reason, because they're fire and forget, there's no lasing, you can fire them further out.
Yeah. Right. So it's still selected, it still says ready, it says auto, it's at
Cool.
20 to release.
Cool.
Very nicely centered. Okay, there's 5, pushing and holding now, I'm holding
Yep.
it down.
Hold it, hold it, hold it. There she goes. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
I feel the aircraft.
Pull your trigger and hold your
Yeah.
trigger. You'll see that your laser starts, your LTDR starts flashing on your T-pod. That's telling you
Yeah.
it's firing the laser. Now that bomb is
Yeah.
going to track that laser, so hold that trigger. There you go. I'm watching it and it's tracking the laser. Because I'm
Also
not
have to
laser.
hold that until it physically hits the ground, because it's
Yep.
counting down for
Yep.
laser, 3, 2, 1, and then impact, I'm guessing.
Right, no.
Oh, no.
So, no, that laser, it's giving the cue when you need to laser, but you can laser the whole way down. You don't have to laser till it tells you to laser. But if you leave it too late, it won't get the target.
Oh, right, now I've seen, oh, the pod is actually, yeah, I can see the impact on the pod.
Yeah, because it's pointing at what you're shining the laser at.
Right, okay.
Right, instead of picking a tree, let's pick something on the airport.
Okay,
So do a left orbit, and whilst in the gentle left orbit, try and get something designated again.
it's pretty triple orbit, so we've got
Yeah.
balance now.
And you're going to drop the same, do it all again exactly the same, and you're going to fire your own laser. So you don't actually have to fire it. The laser countdown is telling you how long till you have to laser. You can laser before that. And then you should get a TTI, which is time to impact. So if you haven't seen the impact on your pod within about 2-3 seconds after that zero's out, you've probably missed. And then we'll do 2, which I'm just going to remove a step because we're just going to unbox the trigger, and basically it'll do the laser countdown, and then you'll see it automatically shines your laser from then until impact. This trigger, this way of doing it is the only way, this is the way you used to have to do it. It hasn't always done auto lasing. Let me know when you're inbound.
I need to actually sight the target.
You only need to sight it on your pod.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so just level out, and I guarantee you've got the target. It's because it's probably under your left wing right now in a turn. Got the pod? Or what are you aiming at? Tell me so I know.
Well, I'm looking. I'm using the pod now to look.
Cool. Can you see the airport?
That's what I'm just... Oh, it's off to our left, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can
Well,
you
I
see the
don't-
airport on your pod?
No, that's what I'm trying to... That's what I'm trying to find.
Okay. If you go into CCD... Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll show you how to laser spot track. Just look your pod off to the left on the ground somewhere,
Right.
and click
Okay.
click LST on the bottom bar,
Yeah, okay.
and then just wait. Has it picked anything up?
No, we've just got a big crosshair with LST flashing at the top of the moment.
Cool. Is your laser pod aimed off to the left or not?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, looking left. I pointed it out to the left.
Okay. Point it up a bit towards the village. Click LST again to get rid of it.
and then
Point it up a bit
okay,
so towards the town. Yeah.
let's change that mode.
Oh, I know why. Make sure your LST is actually on. Next to the LTDR switch, you've got an LST switch. Switch that on.
Next. Yeah, it's got back out, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, is that on?
So I wanna. Yeah, it's armed now.
Armed, right. Click LST on your T-pod screen. If it's looking in roughly the right direction, you're going to pick up, because I'm shining my laser on a target.
Let's make sure it's looking out to the left.
Yeah, left and back now a bit. So on the T-pod screen, there's a little dot that moves around the screen. That tells you where it's looking.
What relative to the aircraft?
Yep.
Oh, I see. It's not on the actual.
No.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, I got it in your actual field of view. There's a little dot in the screen that moves around.
Yep, and that's moving to tell you roughly where you're aiming. Right, do a left turn for me, or else we're going to get too far away.
So how do I know where the pod is looking in relation to the aircraft nose? Because that would be really handy to know.
Well, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
That dot. Move your.
That dot moves.
Yeah, snowplow your pod.
Yeah.
So double click.
I've got that in rectical mode.
Right, it's in rectical.
Yeah.
And undesignate.
Yeah.
And now move your pod around on the ground. You'll see. You should see the dot that I'm on about that tells you relative to the aircraft. Level off, fly stable again.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the dot I'm on about? I'm just worried you're not seeing what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I'm
about.
seeing the dot at the top. Yeah, and that's moving
Yeah.
to the left.
So that's
Yeah.
telling you relative left and right where it's pointing. Right, are you pointing roughly in front and down?
Yeah.
Okay, make it slightly right and down, and then click on LST.
Okay. Yeah. Right and down. LST. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Has it picked up a target?
Picked up something. Yeah. It looks like it's right on a road.
Right on the nope, it's a runway if you zoom in.
Oh, it's a wrong way. Okay.
Yeah. So, is that locked on like with a diamond?
It's not with a diamond.
Okay,
I've got
so
like an
target
area
that-
track.
Cool. So target designate it now.
Now it's now it's got a diamond and two
There you go.
solid dashes either
Right.
side. Yeah. Now. I'm
So
not.
what you've done, I was shining my laser on that.
Yeah.
You've looked for my laser to lock onto the target I'm pointing at, and now you've self-designated it. So now I want you to release on that, because now you're aiming for the exact target I'm looking at. So go outbound again. Do the whole process of coming inbound. How's your fuel? I'm on 11.7.
Yeah. 11.6.
So there, you've effectively done laser spot track there.
Yeah.
Now, if you wanted to, if I was, say I was really high up and I was going to shine my laser, you would just use your release queue and then you could bug out. You don't even need to shine your laser, you can turn your laser off, because it would pick up my laser code. So you'd effectively...
What I need to practice, because we're covering quite a lot, and there's quite a lot to absorb.
Yeah,
I think
what I
it's
need
worth me doing some actual, pick some targets out on the airfield.
Well, that's all we're doing now. Forget laser spot track. I've only used that so that you could actually aim at something I can see.
Yeah.
So you've picked up that target. Just forget laser spot track. You've designated that target. Just go hit it now.
Yeah. Okay. So we go 15 miles out and then turn around, come back.
Cool.
Everything ready and armed, so
Yeah.
we'll just be able to fire.
Maybe
So
we'll.
basically, yeah.
All I've done is given you a way of locking on my laser so that you could find the target I wanted you to hit. And now you've designated it yourself, and you're going to shine your own laser on it.
So why was it locking your laser when my aircraft's apparently set up to just work off my laser, isn't it? Because there was the two
No.
options.
So there's two options. The LTDR is your laser shining. The LST is laser spot track.
Oh, and that's the one I clicked in the screen.
So when you
changes it
click,
over.
that's what the cage on cage button does. LST will look for the laser code that you've got set as the LSTC. So I could have a different code, and you could look for whatever code, as long as you're looking for the code I'm shining. It will search the field of view of the T-pod for that code, and then lock on. Well, it won't lock onto it like you saw. It'll bring you to it. But to actually get a designation and all the release queues that you're about to see, you have to designate it yourself. So designation is not laser. So designation is just telling the pod, this is my target. The laser is just shined onto wherever your pod's pointing. So if you tell it that's your target, and then you move your where your pod's actually pointing, it's going to shine where your pod's pointing, so you'll miss target.
Right, so it's counting down. I need to wait till 5, press and release, wait for 0.
Yeah.
And then I can basically laze and just hold that laze on.
Yeah.
Until
You can hold the laze, or you can wait till it counts down and tells you to laze. But either way, as long as you've lazed before it finishes telling you to laze. Because if you're any later, it doesn't have enough time to actually track onto target, because it's just a free fall bomb until it actually picks up a laser.
Right, okay.
What are you, about 40 seconds?
30 now.
So with laser guided, it's really important that you maintain that visual in your pod.
So the pod, I can see the target. It's the end of the runway, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're counting down 10 now.
Yep.
Okay, so there's 5 holding. And there's a horizontal line in the hub that comes down.
Yeah, that comes down. When that hits your VV, that's 0. There you go. Is away. Right. So shine your laser from now.
Yeah.
So I'm watching it. It's not yet tracking.
Why? I'm holding lanes, but
Have you got trigger boxed?
shit. That's what.
Box it quick and laze.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's flashing lanes.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Now it's tracking. You probably were just in time, and it's heading for the right target. So you don't have to fly directly over the target. If you drop it far enough out, you can do an adjusted orbit. Right, cool. Right, so after you release one, trigger unboxes itself, because the default mode is to auto laze. So as trigger,
the arm comes off, the LTDR comes off arm as well.
yeah. So as trigger, it goes back to arm rather than firing. Yeah.
LTDR is now on safe.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's flipped back to safe.
Alright, so click it back to arm. So mine's different. The way mine works is different because I've got a physical switch that I've got on. So that probably holds it in the arm.
I need to remember to switch that back to arm box trigger.
Yeah. Well, we'll see after this. So unbox trigger now. I'm not going to follow you anymore. Come do a 180 and put your pod looking in front of you again. I'll give you another target via LST.
So you're in snowplow mode right now.
Yeah, so you want it facing slightly down and in front of you once you've done a 180.
And you're going to laser again.
I'm going to laze you
designate.
I'm going to laze you a target to designate, just so we know we're looking at the same thing. So I've got a target ready for you to pick up on your LST once you're facing the right direction.
So I'm now flying directly back at the airfield.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm looking dead off the nose and slightly low.
Cool, and put your LST on.
Okay, LST on.
See if it picks it up.
Yeah, picked it up.
Cool, it's the
And
other end of the
I've
runway basically.
Designated that now.
Cool. Does it look like the
it's-
other end of that runway?
It takes a second to actually press designate. There we go. It takes a few seconds for it to get it.
Cool. There you go.
So we're going to fly outbound, turn around, and we'll do it all
Yeah, right. But this time, don't box trigger. Unbox trigger.
I've unboxed trigger. Yeah.
Make sure your LTDR is armed, so it's L armed.
Yeah.
Cool. You're gonna release, and then you'll see after the lays countdown, it'll automatically lays because you've not got trigger boxed.
Right. So why would you want to lays manually?
If for some reason it doesn't auto lays.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Okay.
Almost
but
like
you generally auto lays these weapons, do you?
I generally auto lays.
You just trust it's gonna. Will you know if it's not lasing properly?
Yeah. So
It won't flash.
So after that laser countdown, it should go from L arm to the LTDR that flashes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Same as it would if you were manual lasing.
Yeah, exactly.
So as long as it's flashing, you know it's laser.
Yeah, that's it.
So I got nothing. It just said L arm, and I'm holding the trigger, and it just says L arm at the top, obviously because it's. Yeah, I didn't have the trigger boxed.
Because you didn't have trigger boxed, yeah. Because boxing that trigger. Oh, and because it wasn't armed, was it? Oh, it was armed. Yeah.
It was armed, so why didn't it auto lays then?
So it would have auto lased, but you probably got it before it got to 0. Was it still counting down the lays?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just got
so-
it in the nick of time.
Yeah, so once it gets to 0 on that, that's when it'll auto lays.
Right, so all I'm interested now is waiting for the 5
Yep.
TGP.
All you're going to do
What's
now
that
is
stand for?
release. Time to release. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
TGT.
release. Yeah. No, TGT. Not TGT, that's your distance to target.
Oh, that's time to target, is that something?
No, TGT is target.
Target, okay.
The REL is release point.
REL, that's the one.
And that's the countdown you want. It won't release until you're at that anyway.
Okay.
But yeah.
Right, we're at 14.5, so I'm going to turn around now.
Cool.
You're not following, are you? So
No, I'm not following. I'm in a steady climb in orbit now over the target. Just stay out of the way and watch.
okay, turn it in.
I'm at
Nice, 'cause it
24,000.
tells you how many degrees to turn before you get the target. as
Yep.
well.
And if you look at your pod, it gives
we're
you.
back
If
on.
you look at your pod, it also gives you coordinates and elevation of the target, as well as the distance to target.
Okay, so REL is 70 and counting down. We're bang on. Good. Just waiting now. Fuel's 9.1, by the way.
Yeah, you got loads. You can come watch me release my 4.
I've still got what? 2.
Yeah, so you're going to do 2 in this method. I'll give you a new target after this target.
Okay, with 30 to go.
So the laser spot track, this is how we use it for you to do your own lasing. The other way of using it is you'd do everything you're doing now, but you'd turn your LTDR off. So you'd do your release because you'd have your release point calculated. You'd do your release and then you can bug out of target because effectively, like I'm doing now, someone would be orbiting the target and provide the laser.
Okay, right.
That's
Here we go.
so it's not complicated.
Right,
Even
it's
though I
gone.
make it sound complicated. It's gone, is it? Nice. So,
I think I may have dropped 2 accidentally. But yeah, it's going. Lays is counting down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
and then you should see it flash.
And then it is flashing, yeah.
So it is, there you go, and it's tracking. I'm watching the bomb just to make sure it tracks. Lovely,
So,
straight on.
TTI is like time to impact. I'm
Time
guessing.
to impact, yeah. TTI is time to impact. And you see how it just auto-lased, so there was literally less hassle. Than, I only taught you the manual way because it's the harder way, and then it's easier to show you the easier way.
Yeah, okay.
Cool, I'm going to give you another target if you want to... Tell you what, because you've got that...
I'm Winchester now.
Oh, did you fire 2?
Yeah, I think I accidentally let 2. I held the button and then I came off the button and then accidentally clicked it as a water stick.
Alright, cool. Do you want
Conserve
to...
action.
In that case, I'll have a go.
So
Do you-
doesn't matter.
You want to find me and formate on me?
Yeah, you're above the target somewhere.
I am to the... What am I? I'm heading 330 from the target at 24,000 feet. Turning in now.
23, you're about 4,000 feet above me.
Yeah. Just turning in now. I've got you visual.
Oh yeah, I think I've got you visual. There's 2 aircraft out there I can see. You're the higher one, I assume.
I'm the one that's popping flares.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool, I'm inbound. 30 seconds to release. So you don't have to be as far out as I've been getting you to go. I've only been getting you to go that far out, so you're getting a stable, good chance release.
Time to figure it out, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like 14 seconds to release already. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, hold, 2, 1. One's away, 30 seconds to laser. So obviously I've been telling you at the point of where it says 5 to release, as long as you hold it before it gets to 0, it doesn't matter. It's just I've been telling you 5 because I'm making sure you're doing it in time. 15 seconds to laze. 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lasing, and it lasers at 10 seconds to impact. But if you laze earlier, you can get it to track better sooner. Where is it? Any second? There it is. See that straight on the building? You might not see it, it's down on the airport.
Oh, I'm right over the top, but I can't see.
It's smoking. Is it an off airport? Oh no, it's on one of the pans on the shorter runway side. Don't really matter.
Ah, right, I think...
I hit it dead on either way.
Really.
I'm now going to go for... I think there's a road between the 2 runways. There's like there's a small little
like
pan there.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
That's my target.
Okay.
Well, the building on that is my target. Turning inbound. See, I'm not that far out. I'm only 8 miles from target. So my time to release is going to be quite low by the time I turn around.
I'm going to just practice. I'm going to see if I can designate that same target with the
Cool, yeah. You do need, you'll get used to it. It needs a bit of practice actually using the pod. And
yeah, it does, yeah.
switching between the pod modes, so CCD and FLIR to get different pictures.
Yeah,
because you can make stuff out better.
In this environment.
Yeah. Released laser in 30 seconds. Oh, and you can hit a moving target. You just do a point track.
Point track. That's
the only difference is, obviously, if it's moving really fast, you might not hit it if you launch like really far out, sort of thing. 7, 6, 5 seconds to laze. 3, 2, 1. Laser shining. 8 seconds to impact. 6. Oh, did your LTDR switch go back to safe?
Yeah, safe. Yeah,
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine's probably just because. There you go, splash. Mine's literally probably because I've got it on an actual physical switch which holds it at arm to save me switching it back on. So I probably would have to switch it back on if I didn't have that switch. I'm going to go for the cars on that same pan. Did you see the building blow up?
No, I'm looking at my... I've got the zoom levels, okay. But even when you're zoomed out, you're fairly zoomed in.
Well, it depends how close you are, but yeah.
Yeah, I suppose that's where you want.
Obviously, you might be on narrow view as well.
I'm on wide.
You're on wide and zoom 0, Z0.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, that's as far as we'll zoom out.
And the furthest you'll zoom in is obviously narrow and Z9.
I was trying to track something that was 90 degrees off to my right. I'm just going to start with stuff that's below the nose. That's probably easy.
Well, why don't you use your HMD to get an initial lock on the airfield and then move around the airfield?
Ah, that's a good point, actually. That's probably going to work a lot better.
1 away, 24 to lays. Sorry for anyone messaging or watching my Twitch stream. The Twitch chat's not working in game today, so I haven't seen any of it. Yeah. Lays in 10, 9, 8, 7. It's coming. Then I've got one more after this to go. 9 seconds to impact, 8 seconds. Yeah, so if you're in visual range, or even if you know roughly where it is, even if you can't see it, your best way of, there you go, sploosh, doing an initial designation is the HMD. That's the easiest way, because you just look at the target and designate it. Remember, you need to select your HUD as the sensor of selected sensor.
Yeah.
If you're going to use your HMD to do that, you need to undesignate and select your HUD by pressing sensor select up, yeah?
Yeah.
Or else you don't get the aiming reticle. If you haven't got the aiming reticle, you're either already designated on something and need to undesignate, or you haven't got your HUD selected as the sensor of interest. Right, just coming around for my last one. Are you happy? I'm going to leave it at LGBs tonight.
Yeah, let's not try and do too much. My
So-
brain is already tired.
Yeah. Let's just leave it at laser guided. And then the next time we're on, we'll do a full sort. We'll do a proper sortie with full laser guideds. Actually go after some targets. It's really easy to convert you to GPS bombs. There's two methods of releasing them, but once you've got LGBs down and using the T-pod down, it's really easy. One away.
Okay.
Eight seconds delays. I'm directly above target now. 15,000 feet. 9 seconds to impact. Sploosh. Good hits all around. Right, out of air to ground mode. Master arm safe. We can undesignate the target we've got. And we can put our flare back into standby. And LTDR can go off. Damage is safe. And laser spot track can go safe. Oh yeah, so your flare, you can switch it on the ground, or just put it on standby to get it warming up,
Oh,
and
okay,
then,
yeah.
and then switch it on. Then switch it on once you're in the air. But it's got warm up time, so either way you want it minimum of standby on the ground, so that when you want to switch it on, it's on. And then it actually, when you select it the first time, it's in stowed position, so you have to do a double nose wheel steer just to get it out of stowed into a mode. If that makes sense. You got to join up for a bit of formation?
Yeah, I think I've got your visual.
You got a visual of you? You got your data link on?
Yeah.
Why can I not see people on data link anymore?
Beta link and on. Yeah, it's on.
Yeah, on 336.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm heading straight at you. I think if that's you. You're over 20,000 feet, right?
Yeah, 22,000. Where are you at?
I'm at 19 coming up. I'm at heading 090.
Oh, okay. Cool. You're behind and left and down, lower me then, somewhere.
You're heading back towards the lake.
I'm just turning towards the lake now. Yeah. Got no visual on you.
Maybe low to your left.
How close?
3 miles.
Oh, okay.
Is that you seeing? Maybe it's.
Yeah,
someone
that's
else.
me. That's me. Got you. There.
Yeah,
Flares.
yeah,
That's me.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll slow down a bit. Right. Should we do a selective jettison of it'll be left and right outers.
Okay, let me make sure I get outers right this time.
Right, so left and right outers selected. LO, RO.
Right, I'm just trying
Yeah.
to form up my get close
Cool.
to you without hitting you. Hang
Right.
on. I'm on your 6, coming over to your right now.
Cool. Got you. Right, cool. Level out.
Right, so
Speed's about
select
330.
jettison.
So it's yeah. Select jettison buttons. You want LO and RO selected. Yeah.
Hello and RO. Am I looking in the right place? Above the parking brake. The select jet. Oh,
Nope.
yeah, it's on safe.
No. Ignore that.
No.
Next to your fuel, to the left, you got jet station select.
Oh yeah, got it. Yeah.
Cool. LO and RO. So you're selecting the stations, yeah.
Yeah, selected those stations.
And then that selective jettison switch that says safe. Right mouse
Yeah.
click the outer ring until you get round to stores.
Yeah.
Nope, ignore me. Not stores. Rack, because it's a rack, not a weapon. If you were doing stores, you'd do stores.
Okay, so one back from stores is rack.
It's rack.
CHR.
Yeah. And then arm. And press the
Arm.
jettison button. Master arms arm. Press that,
Yeah.
the red jettison button.
Yeah.
And you should notice your outer pylons have now no longer got those racks on them.
Yeah.
So switch that back to
Yeah.
safe and deselect the stations. Happy?
Done.
That's
Yeah,
how you do a
turn
selective
arm off.
jettison.
Yeah.
Cool. You got
Okay,
me visual.
cool.
I'm 330
Yeah,
knots.
Cool. We're coming up.
Speed you're at?
I'm at 380 incline.
Cool. I've got a 90% power set. Currently at 290. Nice and stable.
Okay, we're gonna bust it.
What you'll notice as well, your aircraft will want to roll slightly left the whole time.
Oh, because
The pod is on your left cheek. So what I usually do, I balance it with the AIM-120C on the right cheek, because that's good for self-defense as
Okay.
well.
Yeah.
So if I was going out on a mission that wasn't too far away, I'd go centre tank, 8 GBU12s, 2 AIM-9Xs and 1 AIM-120C to balance the pod.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to go inverted and pull under reverse direction, yeah?
Yeah, I'm with you.
It'll be a nice slow pull anyway. I'm going to keep it at 90% power, roll right. Inverted and starting the pull. I'm not going to pull hard, there's no point. We've got so much height. Passing through 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. There's vertical. On the pull out now, passing 17,000. Speed's currently just coming up to 600 knots. I'll leave the power at 90. Power's set back at 90, 600 knots. It's slowing down now on the pull out, 5,000 feet.
Altitude. Altitude.
There you go, speed's coming back. 90% power still set. Nice, still with me.
Yeah.
You want to go back, reload, and go drop some more on your own?
Do some more, definitely.
Cool. Waypoint 0 selected, 14 miles away to home. So in the F-18s, waypoint 0 is always the start point of the aircraft,
Yeah.
which is useful, whereas in the F-16 there isn't a waypoint 0.
Alright.
Right, I'll stay at 90% power. You can close it up. 14 miles to waypoint 0. I've got visual on the town anyway over to the 2 o'clock position. Hopefully now that'll start sinking in. It's not hard. It's just there's an order to do everything. Yeah, it's a process. But all the processes are pretty much the same with slight differences depending on weapon system used.
Yeah.
Visual on the field level. I like this paint scheme for visibility as well.
Yeah, it's good.
Speed's 490 coming back slightly. Right, I'm going to take us down. Visual on the airfield. We're about 45 degrees offset at the minute, so I'm going to keep bringing us in, then turn us right. £6,000 of fuel.
4-5.
Roger. Where's the field? Where's the field? There it is. Is it? Oh, there, yeah, cool. We do a right turn as we hit the town. Sorry. It's 500 knots. Got visual on the runway, yeah?
Over to the right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about
got it.
1 o'clock. Gonna be a left turn in now. Another aircraft in the circuit, just be warned. Be aware. Leveling up.
Visual middle.
I think that's Jaguar. He plays quite a bit. It's gonna be a left brake, stand by. Are you with me? Where are you?
Directly on 6, yeah.
Oh, okay. Why? Oh, I wanted you on my right wing. It's fine. I think he's on finals. One's left brake.
Yeah, 2's straight after. He's on finals.
I'm going to do an S turn. Come round on the same direction. Visual on yourself.
Yeah, but yeah.
I'll follow him in on final. Oh no, that's not him. That's the AWACS or tanker must have timed out. It's RTBing because the other one's replacing it. Gear and flaps coming. Turning finals. Actually, no, not going to turn finals because the other one's directly behind it.
I'll see him, yeah.
Yeah, extending. I'm actually going to contact ATC so they fit us in Krasnodar Center if you want it.
Krasnodar, Pontiac 7-1, inbound. Pontiac 7-1, Krasnodar, fly heading 277, 46.
Right, he looks like he's holding, so I'm going to turn in. Try and get permission to land after this one that's just landed. You with me or you? I've lost you.
Yeah, I'm up on your left.
Right, Rog. Oh yeah, got you. Using power to get it around the turn. Oh. Someone on the ground. Springfield. Yeah, there's a Harrier on the ground, so just be aware. Slowing down to on speed, I'm a bit fast at the minute.
Cool. You're going to take the right side of the runway.
Yeah, we'll do. Oh, it looks like he's gone around. God knows, I'm waiting for clearance. On speed's probably about 145. Well, not even 140. There you go, nicely trimmed. Flaps and gear set. Harrier's nowhere near the runway yet, he's still taxiing from the pan. Speed's about 146.
Yeah, back and left.
Cool. I've not got permission to land, but I'm landing anyway. Runway's clear, so. I'm going to be landing like an Air Force jet. I'm going to do a little flare.
Okay. Just
Where's
formate
that?
on you.
Yeah, the Harrier's just taking the taxiway towards the runway now. Coming on threshold. There's the threshold. Little flare. Not too much. Wheels are on. Steering. Brake. As in speed brake, sorry. Speed's under control. Wheel brakes coming on. Happy?
Yep, good.
Cool. Just want to make sure I'm not braking in your way. Speed
I'm over
brakes.
to the left.
Cool. Speed brakes coming in. I'm going to taxi off the end and turn round and do a rearm refuel. Go again, eh?
Yeah.
thing is, you can use anything as a target, yeah? As long as you know what
Yeah.
your target is, so you know if you've actually hit the target.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going...
Yeah, pick something big and obvious.
If you vacate on the right side, and then I'm going to swing left and do more, put more wings in.
Taxi to parking
Yeah.
area.
Alright, wings are coming in. Nose wheel steering's are high, and I'm going to swing round left. So if you stay on the right side as you get up,
72. Taxi to parking area.
that should work out for us. Put your wings in. Well, you don't need to. You can only put your wings in if your flaps are up, by the way. They won't go in
Oh,
otherwise. Right, parking
There we
brake
go.
on. Now you understand what to do. It's up to you. You don't want to run out of fuel and still have bombs on. But you could carry up to 8 bombs in just the centre tank.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? You gonna have 8?
Yeah, let's do that. Be a
So you
bit
just
more conservative
so
on
yeah,
fuel.
yeah. But now you get the process. You know how to manually laze, but I wouldn't bother doing it unless you really want to. And now I'm actually going to put a realistic load on. I'm going to put 2 AIM-9s on and balance the pod with an AIM-120. AIM-120C I usually balance it with. Right,
Request
refueling
refueling.
and rearming. We're back in a minute.
Request rearming. Copy. Springfield 5-1. Cross radar. You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 30.22.
You there still?
Yeah.
Right, so while you're refuel rearming, if you did want to try GBU38s, they're the GPS guided version.
Let's just stick to this.
No, but let me just explain. They, in operation, they're exactly the same, except from there is no lasing.
Right.
Um,
So you just designate, and then that's
you
that's a
designate,
reference.
and then that passes that straight to the bomb.
Yeah.
That's in target opportunity mode. Which, when you select the weapon, you know how you select 82LG.
Yeah.
You'd select 82J or J82, and then you'd have to top left button. You just click it and step to the next one. Click it, step to the next one. Click it, step to the next one. Click it, step to the next one. It changes it from PP, as in Papa Papa, into TOO, target of opportunity.
Okay.
But I think maybe we'll just go through them in depth at some point. But very basic, they're the same. You taking... Oh, I'm getting rid of the... Oh, annoyingly, you know what I should have done? Because it's now going to fill up all 3 bags. I should have refueled, rearmed to just without adding...
Right, remove those tanks.
Yeah, should have
first.
rearmed without refueling, so the tank's
I
removed,
see.
and then refuel, rearm.
That's a bit annoying that it does it that way around.
Yeah. Because it refuels
Something they can
first, doesn't
fix.
it?
Yeah, so I've just got to take a shitload of fuel for them to then take it off.
Yeah, basically. So you'll need to set your bombs up again, make sure the codes are set.
Let me talk me through that, see if I've remembered it.
Yeah, you taught me through it. I'm gonna deconflict my code. I'm gonna use 1588 as my bombs and my pod, so that way we can both be lasing at the same time and our bombs are full or whatever we've actually got them coded to.
Is that the AWACS and the tanker coming in?
Yeah.
Often those.
Yeah. Should be. I'm not sure why they've not landed yet. Look like, oh no. The AWACS is coming in, the Harrier seems to be following it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, when they run out of fuel, they RTB, and as they get close enough, they trigger another one to spawn on station once they get close to this base. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So every sort of 4 hours, one will RTB, which will so you won't have one for about half an hour while that's RTBing. And once it gets within range, it spawns the other one. Oh, I'm refueling my armed. You can drop these bombs in CCIP mode if you really needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Which you know how to do anyway, you just drop them like those dumb bombs.
Oh right, so okay.
You can do it, but why you would do that I do not know.
Yeah. Right, we're refueled, we're just waiting to rearm. We're ready to go. I've got the AWACS on my pod. I've got it facing down the runway. I can see them coming in.
Right.
Well, it's doing this weird thing, though.
Right, there you go. Mine are all set to 1588. Put my flirter on and make sure that's set to 1588 also.
Oh, that's actually looks really cool watching it on the pod. Massive plume of smoke.
Yeah.
Behind the further aircraft. Oh, that could be the Harrier. That's the Harrier.
Yeah, it is.
He's coming in, yeah, low speed. That's why it's got the smoke at the bottom. And then we've got one maybe turning finals behind the Harrier. Or no.
Yeah, that's a tanker.
No, he's not. He's just orbiting around there by the looks of things.
Yeah, he's probably waiting to have room to land.
Waiting for the other one to vacate, maybe. Or what do? They just land and then, like you say, swap over to a different aircraft?
So, no. There's a trigger, so as they get within 10 miles of landing, another one spawns where they're supposed to be on station.
Oh, that already spawns in the air. Okay.
Yeah. And then these land and they stay visible for a little while. I'm not sure how long, and then they time out and just disappear.
Okay.
So that'll vacate.
So once this and the Harrier's moved out of the way, we should be good.
Yeah. Is that Harrier? Is that
He's still
Harrier
coming down?
hovering? Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's closing on us.
Yeah. See if he fucks his landing up. It's a dick to land vertically. I never really get the hang of it.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really,
you can see it getting a bit unstable there.
yeah, it gets really unstable and sensitive. Remember to put your wings back in place before we go.
Yeah.
There you can see the heat blur coming out down from his aircraft.
Yeah.
Really wish it'd just move. Right, anyway, have you set your weapons up yet?
Right, let's do that. So we're box 82LG, select that. The mode we're set into auto.
Yep. It is that by default, but I always do it anyway.
The E-fuse we're set into instant.
Yep.
And the code is, I click the dot next to code, and was it 168?
1688. It's 4 digits. 1688 is the default.
Saves you
and then
changing your
enter
pod.
that, and then I can see that in the right screen. It says 8688 above LST. And that's it, isn't it?
What?
That's it. Done.
Where did you set code?
On the center panel.
Okay. So what did you click?
So next to code, there's the circular button.
Got you.
I click that. That double dots it.
Yeah.
And then I type in 1688 and press enter.
Yeah.
And then underneath in the stores page, underneath the actual weapon selected is box,
Yeah.
and it says 1688. Now I need to press step and do the other side. don't I?
Yeah, I was gonna
Actually, I need to do
say.
4 in this case.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. I was waiting. I was pretty sure you just done one.
Yeah. So I box it, and then I just put in 1688. No. That code. No.
Yep.
Step. Alright. And then press code. There we go.
So you want to make sure they all read 1688, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just going through. So step again, and then I'm already on code, so I don't have to press that again.
Yeah. It'll stay up for a certain amount of time. If it times out, it'll get rid. Moving forward a bit, ready for departure.
688, enter. Right, that's all of them now.
Cool, and by default your pod's already set for 1688. I'm gonna, once airborne and I've got LTDR armed, I'll be able to set mine to 1588, which is what I've set my bombs to. But you won't need to do that. Taxi him.
Okay, wings are coming down, flaps. Set to half.
Remember, press your takeoff trim button again.
Okay.
Stop on the numbers, ready for departure. Ready?
Yep.
Cool. Where are we going for targets, by the way?
Should we just go back to the airfield?
Same airfield, yeah? So left turn
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Cool. Brakes are on. Power into 90. Set. Full burner. Rolling. Also a little trick. Don't do your flaps too quickly, because you know how you get the weird pitch input when you put your flaps up. If you let your speed gather a bit more, so gear up once airborne, let your speed get past 250, and then flaps up, you won't get the pitch input. It's literally because you're going from flaps half to auto, coming off the power, setting 9.5. Yeah, because you're going from flaps half to auto, it actually puts more than half out, I think, on auto at that speed.
Okay.
Left turn out. Let that tanker land. So this is the tricky bit now. Whilst departing, because we're so close, this is why I've got everything on switches. Turn all your switches on. Get air to ground mode selected and armed, and then get back to your flare pod.
Oh. It's ground. So that.
So another thing, your computer's smart. If you haven't got the same code set on the bombs you've got selected as you have in your pod, it'll flash code in your HUD, and both codes will actually flash, both on your stores page and on your pod,
Okay.
to let you know they're different until you change them. So try facing the airfield in snowplow mode and see if you can just slew down and get the target that way. Get used to trying to do that.
Yeah. It's best
As-
to
as-
start with.
Yeah.
You'll just get some altitude as well. It's probably easier at altitude, is it?
Yeah. Lower down you are, the worse the pod is to use. It's not ground stabilised until you actually designate, remember? As well. There you go, I've got the airport designated. Then I'm gonna climb. Ignore me, do your own thing now, yeah?
Yeah.
We'll join up after we're Winchester. So you want to conserve fuel a bit there if you want to last.
Okay, there's the airfield. We've got that. What I really need then is to have the nose on the horizon so the camera doesn't keep moving. Flying there.
Oh, if you look in your HUD as well as you move it around, you also get a diamond in your HUD. Even if you're using your targeting pod. You get a diamond where you're pointing.
Target in mind.
Yeah, I've got a target designated.
There we go.
I'm inbound.
Right, so it's boxed ready. LDTR is on. I'm in air to ground. Master arms on. Now I just need to turn around.
One away.
We'll auto lays as well.
Fair one. So your pod can look a fair bit behind you. Takes quite a lot to get it out of view.
Yeah, it has to be like, yeah, I'm directly behind the target now, so
Yeah.
I can't see. Around.
Turning in. The more you use them, the more you become efficient at them. The joys of this though is you're not having to dive on the target and get as close to the target as you usually have to get,
Yeah.
which is the idea. You don't want to have to be close to the target for it to get the target. And at the minute,
There we go, there's one away.
I got another one away. So because I'm using a different laser code, ours won't conflict, even if we're showing at the same time. Oh my god, was that you underneath me?
Could be on 10,000 feet. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's lays in.
Must have been you.
On to 3, 2, 1, and bang. Yeah, right in the middle.
Nice.
Okay, good. Now I'm going to try and take out a smaller target. Because that was
Yeah.
just a concrete slab, that was just a pan.
Fair one. Oh, there's
Right,
some
I need
there's some hangers you can start targeting.
Yeah. So I'm going to get some altitude and get some distance, give me a bit of time to
Well, then
look at stuff.
start targeting some hangers on the pan that's nearest the runway that's nearest the lake.
The pan off the runway that's nearest the lake, yeah.
Yeah.
Bangers. So that's on.
There's a couple of big normal like aircraft hangars, and then there's a couple of hazards and stuff.
Okay. I think the biggest issue I've got at the moment is targeting the pod.
Yeah, it will be. It takes a hell of a lot of getting used to. And I'm only good at it because I've used it so much.
Yeah.
And obviously I use it on the F-16, it's the same principle. Same way of using a pod. It's the same pod actually.
Oh, I can see the smoke coming up from the top of that.
Yeah, so not those. If you look further in, you'll see a larger pan with hangers on the side of it. I'm about to take one out. I'm about to take the largest one out.
About halfway down the runway.
Yeah. You go one away.
Ah, right. Have you taken the middle hanger or the one on the end of the pan?
One on the end that's.
Right, okay.
But then which end? I'm shooting the bigger ones, yeah? The one on the end that's bigger.
I'm running in, I'm gonna hit it straight away. I've got you visual. I've got the target designated.
Cool.
Ariel, coming down 17.
So you don't even need to be that high, you know what I mean?
No, I'm just, I need time to set up.
Yeah, there you go, you see the one I just hit?
Oh. Shit, I've missed my fucking opportunity to release because I was listening to you and watching.
So I'm going to go for the four larger hangers and leave the smaller ones for you to practice. Okay. Turning in. See, I'm not getting any further than about 10 miles at the most from the target. You don't really need to.
Yeah, I'll start turning around at 10. This is going to be enough.
Yeah. As long as you can keep the angle. Oof, that was a bit of a shit release. That might not go well. We'll see. Oh no, might be alright. Don't know if you'll be able to steer on target in time. 10 seconds delays. Two, one. Lasers firing. Oh yeah, it made it. Turning in. Inbound. One away. And obviously, you know, once your laser's firing, you can make fine adjustments using your T-pod if you want to move it slightly.
Right, okay.
It'll just adjust where the laser's firing.
Any second. Yeah, got it.
Nice.
Didn't
Feel like
do much to it.
What did you get?
One of the hangers on that pan on the airfield nearest the lake.
Fair one.
About halfway down the runway, you got the main pan. And
Yeah, no, that's the targets I'm going for.
Yeah.
Which ones are you hitting? You hitting the big ones or the little hazes?
Big ones.
Oh, okay. Because I might have already killed them. That's why it might not do much.
Okay.
If you do go for the hazes, you're better off setting a delay fuse.
Go for the what?
The hardened aircraft shelters.
Oh, are they the two?
They're the little
on
ones.
The end?
No, they're the little, the
they're
row
the
of little ones.
Oh, right. I'm looking at the two that are at the end of the pan next to the.
Oh, they're the ones I
last
was
big
going
anchor.
for. Yeah, they're the
Okay,
ones
well,
I was
I'll
going
go
for.
I'm picking those because they're bigger targets, basically.
Oh, okay. Go for them then.
Easier for me to.
You
sight.
should only have one that's not been bombed now, yeah? Because I've bombed one of them.
They look intact from what I can see.
Okay, I'm gonna go for one of these hazes with the delay fuse.
So, back in the sniper mode. I suppose, no, had I stayed in that mode, locked onto that target, I could just have moved my crosshair over to the next target I wanted, couldn't I? And redesignate.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
that.
Why? What did you do?
Yeah. I was undesignated and then started.
No,
again.
don't do that. Don't undesignate
Yeah.
because it goes back to snowplow.
Yeah, and then you got to line it up all again.
Just before we get off, I'll
Right.
check. There's a certain setting as well in the F18 settings, in your system settings, that might help as well, which makes the TDC work a bit easier. What have I got left? I've got 2 left. 1 in the air.
So I'm getting ready to go.
Oh, that's better. See that crater I've just made using a delayed fuse?
I can just see a load of black smoke at the moment from where I am.
Yeah, well, I mean on your T-pod if you're aiming near it.
I'm just
If
starting
you-
to look at them now for the airfield.
If you use a delay fuse,
There we are.
if you
Oh,
use a
now I'm
delay
looking.
for bunkers and stuff, you want to use delay fuse because it'll penetrate and then go off. And you create a nice crater.
I got for that hangar. Right. Okay. Well, I'm not ready to go. Release.
Inbound.
There's another one. Oh, that's the hangar. Big.
Watching your bombing.
Yeah, it should be pretty fucking smack.
Which one you gone for?
The hangar, big one on the corner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's tracking.
Okay, 5, 4,
Yeah, it's tracking.
2, 1.
Just come in. There it is.
Done.
Nice. Destroyed. You put a delay fuse on, it will destroy it better.
Oh, because it makes sure it penetrates the target, then blows up.
Yeah. That is good for bunkers and stuff.
Yeah, for me it's about just doing this a few times and then it just sinks in.
Yeah.
So if
That's
I
what
try
you
and
need to
absorb too much in one go or just do everything once, it doesn't.
Yeah,
sink.
so let's just keep the next few sorties. You can use these now.
Yeah, this is good. This is. Yeah.
It's definitely an improvement on what you have been able to use.
Yeah, that's been fun. I enjoy that because it's sort of manual flow. It's like diving at the target, sighting it. and
Yeah,
dropping.
but at the
Like
same
old
time,
school,
it's this is accurate. This is pinpoint accurate.
And I won't get shot down probably half as much doing this.
No, because you can stay away.
So I can do it from range, yeah. And I suppose laser is good out to a certain range, whereas GPS is good out to a much further distance away.
Yeah, GPS is good to as far as you can release away.
Right, so I haven't undesignated now. So once, there we go, now I'm in a left orbit and I can see targets.
Yeah, so GPS is good to an unlimited range. It's the range of the weapon release. But you'll
That's
notice
awesome. Now I can see them.
you'll notice you can release the bomb about 20 miles away if you're high and fast enough. But then there's also the the glide missiles that I've talked about before. They're GPS guided in the same way, and high and fast you can get 70-mile glide on them. Literally beyond visual range bombing. One more away from me.
Right.
That's me, Winchester. Lasers going off in a sec.
Now
I'll
we're going for the
then
couple
I'll
of buildings
follow
on
you.
that end of the pan. There's 2 of them. Look
Cool.
Identical. Oh, you've gone for the right one. I've actually just locked up the left one, so
I already killed one of them.
yeah.
Just waiting for my impact. There it is. See that building cave in? We might not have. Right, where'd you go? Just a second ago. There you are.
Oh,
I'm going to
there's
form
another
upon
one
you.
gone.
Forming upon you.
8 seconds delays.
How fast are you going?
300.
Right.
Oh yeah, once you've locked on a target, if you're taking a group out, then it's easy, isn't it? Each time you kill a target, you just move it to the next one. So time to impact 4, 3,
Oh, wait, that's not. Who's that?
2 seconds.
Oh, it's the Harrier.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, someone really low level over the airfield.
Yeah,
Really
the
low
Harrier
level.
was.
Oh, yeah, I've got him. Well, I've got someone down there.
Well,
Can't
it's
see
me.
a
It's
Harrier.
me as well now, but the Harrier was
Yeah.
there.
Are you on heading about 010?
I was.
Turn
I
left
turned.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm above you.
Are you?
Above, back right. I'm at 15,000.
Oh, visual. Join him.
So we'll remain in the left orbit. So
That's cool.
let's see. I need to put that back to arm. There we go. Let's get some.
Speed you up?
Wing him away. We're at 320. That hangar there's still alive. Let's take a look. Turn in. And I'm able to do this quite a bit quicker now, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, don't undesignate because it puts you back into snowplow. You can move it without designating if you've got the setting.
If you're too much over the target, obviously, they hit sequence.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm weaving around. I'm on a right turn now.
That's right.
12,000 feet.
Speed check.
320.
Yeah, that's cool.
Just heading away. Get about 5 miles on and turn around.
What are you aiming for?
One of the other big hangar. To me, it still looks intact. So
Yeah, there is one that still looks intact. Cool. I'm watching it.
Cool. That's 4 miles to turn. Now I like this. Now I've understood it a bit better.
Yeah.
It's a piece of piss, isn't it? 5 miles. Turn around.
Speed check.
300 now. Turn.
Closing
Go.
gently.
Everything is on ready. And once I've actually dropped the weapon, I can because it's auto laced. Does that mean I can just turn away, or
Yeah, but
or do I stick
remember,
to it?
you need to have it. It needs to be able to still see it on the pod to actually send delays.
Yeah.
So, to a certain extent, yes.
There's another one queued up.
What you're better off doing is doing a 90-degree right turn, and then leveling off so that your pod can laze by the time it hits laze.
Yeah.
So you can turn, yeah. So what you've done there
Laze
is
and-
fine.
There you go. So look at that big hangar in the middle of that.
Yeah, watching. What you've got to be
2
careful
seconds.
though is if you're before it hits, if your laser loses it, it should be
Oh,
alright.
that's destroyed that. Yeah.
Yeah, that hit
So
there.
yeah, like you say, don't turn too aggressively because
Yeah.
if the
I mean-
target pod loses
Yeah.
sight, it loses the ability
Yeah.
to laser as well.
Only when it's lasing. So you've got. So depending on how high you are, you might have. If you are high and far out, you're going to be dropping that bomb from 10, 15 miles away. You can do a 90-degree turn right or a 45-degree turn right to offset to the target, so you're not flying directly over it, and it'll be fine. But if you start reversing course and then descending low, you're probably going to lose the ability to laze it.
Selected one of the smaller hangars, one on the extreme right hand end.
How small? One of the hazards.
One of the houses, yeah.
Make sure it's delayed fuse, or else you won't destroy it.
Oh well, I don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah, set the fuse to delay one.
Oh, fuse,
E fuse to delay.
fuse.
Delay one. I don't have to delay 1 second or what.
Oh, just box delay one.
Yeah, it's
Or
just
click
change.
it, yeah, and it comes up.
Yeah, you-
delay one. There we go. That just delays a second.
I think it's a second. I'm not sure, but it is a
Yeah.
delay. The idea is to make it penetrate. You in bed? What time is it? Oh, I'm gonna get off in a minute.
About 20 seconds.
You go in bed now? How many you got left?
3, including this one. Right, there we go. Release it. And gone.
See it. Yeah, as long as you face your belly towards the target, you're fine. And the left
Yeah,
side.
10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, 1.
Did it hit?
Fuck. No. Didn't see any impact at all.
Was your laser shining?
I wasn't checking, to be honest.
Yep.
Probably. Did I turn it back on to arm? I guess I must.
Right, I'm going to RTB and get off.
Okay, I'll come back as well.
Cool. I'm straight into the runway now. Down on your left. It'll be a straight in landing.
Altitude.
Got me visual?
Altitude.
Low. I'm flaring like mad.
Low left. Very yeah, got your visual. Going down.
Idle power. Air brakes out. Trying to slow down. Gear and flap when I
What's your
can.
speed?
Passing 380. Slowing
Is
down
this
fast.
a brake or a straight into
No,
run?
straight in.
Okay, I'm gonna overfly, do a brake.
Cool. Passing 300 knots. Gear flaps
I'm
selected.
over the
Waiting
top
for
now. I'm over the top now.
Bridge. Short finals. There you go. Flaps have just done their thing. Oh god, there's a Harrier coming in as well. On the other end.
Can't see him, he's just gone off to the left.
Cool. I'm on short finals now. Oh no, yeah, it's gone off. Seen. Wheels are on. Brakes are on. I'll vacate, shut down, and then get off straight away, mate. Oh, you can see all 4 of the support aircraft are on the ground. Yeah, because it's two high tankers, 1 low slow tanker, and 1 AWACS. There you go. Gives you something to practice now, though.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I could definitely play around with that now.
Yeah. Once you know how it works, it's easy to actually use it. And it was just that initial trying to get you to, like watching that video,
Yeah.
and then doing one sortie, actually using it. You see how to practically use it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll soon become second nature.
Yeah.
I'm turning finals now.
There is videos. They've got videos for how to use all the weapons as well.
Yeah.
But if it's easier for me to show you, the thing is, I'll be showing you basic operation, and like you can go a lot more into depth than what I probably did. Right. I'm shutting down. See you in a bit.
Short finals. Yeah, see you in a bit.